All right, frugal or cheap? That's the question. Is what you're doing to save money a cheap move, like you're a cheap Charlie, or you're just being frugal and that's very smart? 713-390-KRBE. We're going to start this off with the phones before we all share our own frugal or cheap stuff. Kathleen's up first. Hi, Kathleen.
Hi.
Hello. Great. Look at you, 9 o'clocker. What are you doing? On your way to work? You going to the store? You going home? What are you doing at 9 o'clock?
Some pickleball? What you got going
in the
on?
9 o'clock hour, Kathleen?
I just got back from a rowing class.
Oh, good for you. Burn the shoulder burn, triceps.
So, what is this behavior of yours that we're trying to figure out whether it's frugal or cheap?
Okay, so you know all the plastic bottles you get, lotion bottles, shampoo, conditioner, stuff like that? I cut the bottom off. And because there's so much left, especially if there's a pump in there, you can never get everything out. So if you cut it off, you got a ton left in the bottom.
I
love that.
But how are you getting it cut? Because some of these bottles are really big, thick plastic. How are you
Just
cutting
take
it?
a knife.
No, that's too hard. Chopping it with a butcher knife?
No, a lot of times you can just punch it with the scissors and then cut it, or an X-Acto knife is easier.
X-Acto.
Okay, now I don't know if this is going to add to your frugality or not. It might be worth the investment since you do that. But at Bed Bath & Beyond and stores like that, like Ulta, I have seen the little spoon mechanism that they have exactly for what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah?
It's like
I have that.
You have it?
I have that, and you still cannot get everything out.
Yeah, it's like a long teaspoon with a little scoop just for the bottoms of like bottles and lotions and stuff. Yep, Kathleen, I like that because there's a lot of product left in there. That is definitely frugal, not cheap.
But you then pour it in those little plastic, the travel tube?
Because then you're leaving it out.
Because you don't want to just sit
Well,
in
you
that
can
little
put tinfoil over the top.
If you did
in your shower.
If I had a thing of like, let's say Curel lotion,
cat food,
and I cut to the bottom, you can kind of like perch that on the counter, can't you? I don't know.
Get those little travel
if you
plastic
want,
things
or
for
you just grab a Ziploc baggie and throw it in there.
Oh my gosh, I'm not going to put it in the Ziploc.
No, it's too much effort.
Somebody walk by and see shampoo in a Ziploc sitting in my shower.
A Ziploc shampoo?
Who's walking by looking in your shower other than you?
Who's putting shampoo in a Ziploc?
That's weird.
No, I'm not saying in the Ziploc. I'm saying put the bottom in there and just use Ziploc baggie to see it. Don't take it out. So you just I'm not saying dump it in there. I'm just saying put the severed bottom of the
like a sleeve
in there.
While y'all are on the topic of bags, line 3, Andy has a very interesting hack.
Okay. Let's hear it. Frugal or cheap? Hi, Andy. Welcome to the show.
Hey, y'all. How are y'all?
Hello. We're great. Tell us.
So with sandwich baggies,
yes,
I keep my sandwich baggies. And so if I have chips or if I have crackers in them, I will literally use that same bag for like 3 weeks. And I make my husband do the same.
For the same chips over and over again?
It's just as dry.
Over and over.
Do you wash it out, though?
They get greasy.
Your fingers get in there.
Put Lay's chips in a Ziploc. It's real greasy when you're done.
Well, you got to stick with the same type of food. You can't put like strawberries in it the next day.
Is that true? You stick with the same like Doritos?
Yeah, I stick with like the same chips. So it's never like a mix of chips or like a mix of crackers or anything. So I don't like put like
Why
strawberries.
does my potato chip taste like cinnamon?
I like that though. That's
fine.
That's
as long as you're not putting spaghetti up in that Ziploc and then trying to wash that out.
You can't get those stains out. That's impossible.
Yeah.
Okay, so reuse the sandwich bag for the same item over and over. You can make last the 3 weeks in Andy's
with some
world.
leftovers. I'll use this because we get that Costco. You get the Ziploc package, so you get the big ones, the half gallon, whatever.
Yeah, the gallon,
and
freezer.
I'll throw stuff in there. She's
quart.
like, no, you can't do that.
Why?
You can't put it in plastic like that.
Why?
I'm like, you want to use the Tupperware type thing? That's plastic. What's the difference?
Wait, what do you want to do that she gets mad about?
I use a Ziploc bag
To do what?
Like I'll put stuff in it, like
dump your
leftovers,
spaghetti
food.
in it or something.
Spaghetti or just something I'll pour in there.
In a Ziploc.
Yeah, and
In a
'cause
bag.
It fits in the.
Wait, is there
takes less
something
room.
wrong with that?
Takes less room.
I think it's very odd to put like
my
something that has
mother-in-law-
liquid or mush
Why not?
to put in a Ziploc.
If it's got the little thing that seals it shut.
Right.
I'm not talking about the stick together seal. I'm talking about it's got like the little sliding
the
zipper.
Ziploc.
Yeah.
Ziploc
the
things.
gliders.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, Eric.
No.
That's a
Nothing
man
at all.
thing.
But she also
I'm
says
all about it,
That's
too.
a man thing.
Maybe so.
She gets mad at me if I don't
Because it
put
doesn't
a
look good if you do it that way.
I don't put a paper towel in the microwave over the food.
Yeah, because then
you
it
got
splatters
it. 'Cause it goes
everywhere.
everywhere.
Got to, yeah.
Okay, so we're doing frugal or cheap. A lot of people are looking for cheap ways to get things they want, like Kevin does scratch and dent or clearance searches for appliances. People go to StubHub the day of a concert, last minute. You got to give yourself an hour leeway time before showtime, and you're like, oh, bought those tickets.
Do y'all think that everybody has a price for something?
Depends on what it is. That is why the game, what's your price? is so relevant to this conversation. We have played this game in the past. We've played different forms of this game over the years. And and we have this list that we try and keep track of what we've already asked. But then I was like, I don't remember asking this one. I might have to ask this one again. So here's how it's going to work out, just for you to play along in the car. Of the players here on the Roula Ryan show, it's Roula Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. I'm going to run out scenarios.
We've all got a scenario. We all have a scenario.
If we're gonna go around and say, who do you think would take this on? And if we did think they'd take it on,
actually,
how much money would it take them to do
You
it?
say the scenario, and then we'll all go. We all think for a second, and then we'll all guess out of all of us, out of 5 of us, how many would actually have a price. And then if the person has a price, we'll try and guess how much that price is. Okay. But let's put a cap at $1 million.
Million is the top.
I thought we were going to cap it like 100,000.
All right, 100,000.
100,000 is
your
the
question.
cap?
I gave the question to you guys, so you can pick whatever you want. Do you want to pick a cap of 100?
$1 million would make you do a lot of these scenarios.
Not everything, though. There are some things I'll do for no money.
We'll put up to $1 million, but you never know. I mean, you got to be realistic.
I won't do for any
amount
of money.
You can't be the type of person, every one of them, $100 million, $1 million.
Yeah. Right.
Like I know Sam, Kevin, myself, we're more realistic. Hey, I'll do that.
More realistic.
I'll do it for $40,000, that type of thing.
Yeah.
You two might be
let me tell you this one for $40,000. Okay, since he just said $40,000, I'm going with that number.
I have to know what the scenario is first.
Well, let's get on with this.
Okay, would you take a bite out of a raw chicken breast? Who in this room
let me think here.
would take a bite out of a raw, thick chicken breast?
That's guaranteed sick. You're going to get sick.
Oh, yeah, you're going to
really
get food
sick.
poisoning. Would you not? A whole bite of a thick, raw chicken breast.
Go around the room. How many do you think
out of anybody in this room would do that?
I think 2 people would.
You being one of them?
I would need about at least $20,000 to do that.
Would you do it, though?
Yeah, I'd do it.
You're going to have like a week of it coming out both ends.
I've had worse.
How many people, Sam, do you think?
Out of this room?
Yeah. Would do it.
Kevin already said he would. I guess
just one.
Maybe Eric, but I feel like you don't need the money, so I guess I would say 2 if I had to pick.
You and Kevin?
You would do it, Sam?
No, Eric.
Oh, no. Eric and Kevin.
Well, say you were
Sam's
pregnant.
like, no amount of money would do it.
No. I can't do chicken. Chicken already freaks me out when it's cooked.
Wait, what if it was raw steak then? Take a bite of raw steak.
No.
I might do raw steak over raw chicken.
Ew,
so you're
the
saying
juices of it? No.
Only
still, but for money?
No.
Only Kevin.
We know Ryan wouldn't do it.
Should I change it to steak or chicken?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, if it's steak or chicken, I would do a bite of steak.
I had
a raw bite of steak.
I had 2 people down.
Who'd you have? Who'd you have, Eric?
Kevin and myself.
Okay.
How much money, Eric, would you want for taking a raw bite of a chicken breast?
I love money, and I could always use
more
money.
How much would you take for a raw bite of chicken breast?
I'm already number down. You guys can guess.
All right.
Well, because you said 40,000 as an example of money, and you lowball your life. Like Eric was going to lose a pinky for 20,000 or something crazy.
I was single.
I think that.
What do you guys think?
Eric, for $100,000, you'd do it.
Oh, was that 100?
Wow.
I was going to say 80 for you.
Whoa, I nailed it.
Yeah.
Tax free, right?
Yeah, tax free, of course.
Right?
So for raw, would you not do a raw bite of steak?
I'd do that for 75.
I was going to say,
$75.
You give me $100,000, I'll take a raw bite of steak, but I probably
You've
give
had
you
pretty
cheaper
rare
at like
already.
80.
If you give me $1,000,
you'd eat a bite of raw steak.
I'm not going to eat the whole thing, but I'll take a bite and eat a good piece.
And we're not
steak.
talking steak tartare. We're talking nothing seasoned, no lemon juice. It's just raw meat. You're taking
You
a
put
bite
salt
of it.
on it, at least give it a
No,
flavor.
you're just going to take a raw bite of meat.
You gotta just go.
Yeah, if you bring $1,000 here next Friday in the drunk show,
Hell no.
I don't want to smell that, Eric.
No.
I'd like to not smell raw meat in the
gross.
studio.
All right, I want to ask
All
a
right,
question.
so we have Ryan said no. I said no to chicken, but yes to steak. $80,000, maybe 100. Kevin said yes. How much did you say? 30,000 for chicken.
20,000
for
20
chicken.
grand.
Sam said no price. Eric is.
He's willing to throw up and have
100,000.
diarrhea for a week, but
All right, what's your scenario, Ryan Chase? We're playing What's Your Price here on the Roula Ryan
this is the
Show.
one
We're
I
just hitting in.
teased. You have to erase every picture you have ever taken. No cloud, nothing. No backup. It's gone forever. How many people in this room?
Don't say it. Just think about who you of this group of
and the
5
cap
people.
and the cap is $1 million.
The cap is $1 million. Okay. Yeah, I got your
Yep, I got my
stuff down.
Okay.
All right, how many people do you think in here would have done it? Raise your hand if you would do it. Three of us said we'd do it.
3 people would do it, and I only said 1. How many did you think would do it, Kev?
I didn't think y'all would do it.
I won't do it.
Yeah, 3. Would you do it, Kevin?
I don't.
I said I would do it.
I didn't put Kevin down.
Eric, Sam, and Roula. That's who raised our hands.
Because my wife has photos.
And my family has photos.
And
No, but the hypothetical is that means you have no record of anything you've ever taken.
You just said I
you can't
have
use
to
that
erase
my
it.
wife has a copy.
No, you just said I have to erase it.
I mean, she has photos of
other things.
You don't need
Yeah.
photos.
I would do some awesome stuff.
Your wife doesn't have pictures of your mom and dad and all those things.
Well, my parents are dead before.
I understand, but I'm just saying you'd never be able to see an image
You
of
said
your
your cell
parents.
phone.
No,
I don't know.
I said erase all the pictures you've ever taken. I didn't say cell phone.
I'm still going with it because I have 4 other siblings, and every picture of my dad and my mom, they've got the copies. I'm fine.
And I get $1 million.
Give me $1 million bucks.
Yeah.
I'm erasing all my pictures.
Here's one more. Just
I'm gonna
another one.
take
Right,
it.
that's lame how
Yeah.
they pulled that off.
Yeah, they twisted the
this is the one that we
hypothetical.
talked about yesterday.
I should have
to set
worded
the whole
it.
subject off.
You can never see another picture again.
Listen, this is
ever.
the next one for What's Your Price. This is the one we set up yesterday when we were talking about kicking this around.
Okay.
Who in this room would eat food out of the garbage? And how much would they want
I've
for
actually
doing
seen
that?
it.
Food out of the garbage. And, mentally I was thinking, well,
You say garbage, what do
is
you
it
mean?
like clean garbage?
right.
Like
Do
it
you
is
mean
sitting
like-
on top?
Do you mean
or
like
are we
a
talking like
dumpster?
No,
or
we're talking like the
kitchen
company
garbage can.
kitchen trash can.
At the end of the day.
Like, would you eat something out of that trash can, the one in the kitchen? Like, would
Maybe
you
just
eat
laying right there on the
out
top?
of the garbage?
Okay.
It's food in the garbage.
Any kind of food.
And in my head, I was thinking something nicely placed on top, but no, you got to go like it's
How
in
about
the
like a-
trash.
like a-
Like,
say-
it is in the trash.
Say it's a hot dog and it's half eaten and there's like
Stuff on top of it, on the
Relish on
side
it.
of
And
it.
remember, we're being paid for this too. So if we
So
say
if
it,
you
then we got to
say
give our
it, then you got to
price.
say what your price is to eat food out of the garbage.
garbage.
Just a bite of that hot dog?
Garbage food.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how much food do you have to eat? Is it a bite or you have
Right.
to eat the rest of it?
Like how much?
All right, write down your answer. How many do you think
Wait,
out of
okay.
5?
Okay.
Out of 5 people, how many do you think would do it?
Because I mean, you got people here that said they eat raw chicken meat.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. All right, I'm going to say 4 of you will do it.
Real, what do you say?
I say no, I can't.
I mean, how many people do you think?
Oh, how many people do I say? Sorry, I gave away my answer. No, I would say then. Okay, I say 4. Everybody but me would do it. I
said-
think all of y'all would do it but me.
I said 4.
I said just me and Sam.
Yeah, that's what I put.
All right, so who would do
Ryan,
it
would
then?
you do it?
I'd do it for $1 million. Hell yeah. $1 million would change my life.
Wait, Ryan, how many people did you think were going to say it?
I said 4.
Okay, 4.
I started off
And how many
with
would
4.
do it?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you
4
do
of
it.
us.
Yeah, so right.
Everybody would
but
do
me.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew Roula would do it.
It's not controlled environment. I can't take it. A controlled environment is me taking a bite out of a steak that's sitting there, one bite of the meat. I can control
Are
that.
you telling
I can't
me
control that trash environment.
If
I'm
I
grossed
had
out.
a briefcase, tax-free, $1 million cash, and said, reach in that garbage can and eat something, you would turn down that $1 million cash.
I would eat that out of your, like,
the money, y'all.
anywhere.
There's poor people around.
I just, I mean, $1
You
million
are saying
is a lot, but we didn't say it was for $1
$1
million.
million
Right.
We said, what's
Well,
your
we said,
price?
We said the cap is $1 million. You said at no price would you do that.
You can take that hot dog, put it between Kevin's butt cheeks. I will eat that.
Oh
Damn.
my gosh.
Because I feel like
I don't
Ryan
even
in
think
my
Kevin
head.
wants. Kevin doesn't even want
That's
that.
so gross, Aaron. Because I feel like I would get
$1 million
totally
cash.
screwed in that. It would if it was literally just like nice looking half-eaten hot dog in the trash. The trash can I'm gonna have to eat out of for $1 million is like some dumpster down Westheimer
I'll do
covered
it.
in
No,
like
we
God
said,
knows
we
what.
just said the kitchen garbage can.
Yeah, for $1 million.
$1 million
I'll-
cash.
Let her go. She already said no.
I've seen what's in
She's
that
done.
trash can.
Yeah.
Things
She's
are still
over it.
dripping out of the side of it that
You are
dried
sucking
there.
the joy out of this.
It's not. It's
really
just my
are.
own personal.
honest.
That's her opinion.
I told
Yep.
you I eat raw meat.
Right, and I
So if I
always
had
thought-
$1 million cash, I'm like, yeah.
How about $100,000,
If
Ryan?
you actually gave me $1 million cash, I might change my tune.
about-
But right now, we're just not visualizing
Right.
that.
$100,000.
If you had a briefcase with $100,000 cash and
and
you
I had
just
that
handed
hot
it to
dog,
me,
and it's like there's just crap from all day, like old milk, banana peels,
yeah,
toenail
yeah,
clippings.
yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm going to eat toenail
Eric.
clippings.
I'm gonna gag. I'm gonna gag.
And who's
You don't know
doing
what-
that in the studio?
Kevin
never
Quinn, I've
know.
seen it.
Kevin
never
Quinn's
know.
clipping his
Stop
toenails.
He's like
it.
doing
Afternoon.
man
For
pedicures in
$100,000,
here.
would you do it?
Yeah,
Would you?
Eric? Yes.
$100,000.
$100,000 with no nail clippings?
Yeah.
Nail clippings.
That's protein.
Disgusting. I'm sorry.
I don't
I
think
can't.
that is.
I'm gonna
That's
die.
not protein,
I'm done.
Ryan.
I'm done.
Ew,
I'll
gross.
survive.
Stop.
I survive everything.
Yeah, that's a good
Please
point.
stop.
Hey, you can eat the chicken. You won't die.
Oh man!
Somebody
If
said-
you've ever had food poisoning where it's coming out both ends, that would take a lot of money for me to want to go through that.
Like a diet.
Listen to this text. LMAO, guys, this game is awesome. Everything y'all are saying you would do, I would be like, man, I'd eat that for $20. This is a good date cost in Houston, Texas? There's an article today that if you're going on a date this weekend, get ready to fork over some cash. We have what the average American now thinks a good date should cost. But first, I want to get to Trish and see what Trish thinks.
We have single people to call in that
Yes.
are in the dating world right now.
713-390-KRBE. Hi, Trish. Good morning.
Hi guys. How y'all doing?
Morning.
So what do you think the average amount of money is for a good date?
You know, I actually can't tell you a money figure. I think that Red Lobster is expensive. The best 2 dates I've ever been on is because all the guys I work with are super rich.
Nice.
I don't want you to throw money at me and impress me because that's not getting to know you. So the best 2 dates I ever went on was a guy. We went to Benihana at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
He my daughter, and he used a coupon. I love that. It tells me, okay, you're not going to be throwing away money if we get joint
I'm
bank
sorry. I got to tell you something, Trish. You are completely opposite of what we learned 3 weeks ago on this show. With those
I
women
know.
that had that list of like, don't take me to Applebee's, I'm not getting out of the car.
Yeah.
Don't
I
take
tried
me
to
here,
use a
don't take me here.
coupon. My wife,
Don't do this, don't use a
girlfriend
coupon.
At the time, she's like, no, we're not going there. And we
That
didn't go to
is
the
a-
place.
I think you're the exception.
You're totally the
You're a
exception.
unicorn.
You are.
Yeah.
Are you still single? Guys, you need to find her.
Trish is impressed with the coupon at lunch.
Go
Okay.
to the art festivals. Those are awesome to get to know each other, and it's a beautiful day. Super
Well,
cheap.
Trish, I applaud you for being so humble, but no. Okay.
I think you can pay for it, just don't let them know.
That it was,
Right?
yeah, I think I'm.
Or like you got a Groupon activity, you don't tell them.
Or sometimes, though,
Right.
the waiter will come back and be like, here you go. We applied your coupon, sir.
You know that the server,
Lost your tip, bud.
and you know the server's not feeling the
How dare
vibe
you.
because the server can tell you're trying to impress the person and they don't know you have the Groupon. That's when they call you out. They're like, okay, well, with your Groupon, this is your new total. Stab you right in
There should be
there.
a reality show where waiters like compete. Like
So
when a
what?
competition is like to see if that couple is together or if they're going to make it or something. Because they
Oh,
can.
that's a game I play in my head as a restaurant patron in other restaurants.
see they
I'm like,
both-
look at that couple over there. They're on first date.
They're on their phones. They're not even looking at each other.
Jasmine's up next at 713-390-KRBE. We're asking people who are single to call us and tell us what is the dollar amount of a good date.
'Cause we have
we've got
the
the
number.
national average here. I want to know what Houston thinks. Hi, Jasmine. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
What's your number? What do you think is a good date amount of money?
Amount of money. That's really hard because honestly, I think it just depends on who you're with and the kind of company that you're with and the kind of guy that you're talking to. So I went on a date 2 weeks ago. He took me out twice. So 3 weeks ago, he took me to Papa's Burgers.
Yum.
And I'd never been there, and it was super fun. I mean, we had such a good time. It was a cute little diner, and it was a great company. And then a week later, he took me to Cheddar's,
Oh, hell yeah.
and I love Cheddar's, so
that's
you know,
Kevin's.
I was eating good. And then I kind of like peeked over at the bill, and it was like $70.
Damn.
And
Twice?
he was honest with me. He was like, honestly, I'm financially unstable, but I do want to take you out on a nice date. But we can go to Cheddar still if you want to go. I'm like, yeah, that's totally fine. Let's go.
So, wow, he came right out with it and said, I don't have a lot of money, but I want to take you out on a date.
So we're going to split
Yeah,
an
did you
entree?
split
What, like-
Cheddar's?
Yeah.
The price? Or he paid
No,
for it?
oh no, he paid everything. He paid everything.
Now, did you feel like, I really want to eat this, but I can't because I feel bad because he just said he doesn't have any money?
Right.
Or did you say,
Not
screw it, I
really.
don't want that?
Not really. I mean, I was kind of like, you know, I did kind of feel bad, but then again, it's like, okay, you still want to take me out, then take me out.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
So what'd you get? What'd you get at
What
Cheddar's?
did you eat? Did you feel guilty ordering?
Yeah.
Like, I guess I can't go for that item. It's too high for him.
Offered my card.
Let's go Taco Bell.
Yeah, how did you feel comfortable ordering at Cheddar's? I don't know what the Cheddar's price point
what'd
is
you get?
from highest to lowest.
Let's look up their menu.
I did get,
to make
I
me
did
hungry.
get, I got a steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans.
Okay, what's that? What did that cost? Your steak? Well, you said it was $70 at Cheddar's.
$70. The steak was probably 50.
No.
Nah, not Cheddar's.
No.
It was like $15 for the platter.
It's $22.29 for a ribeye steak grilled to your liking with two sides.
You can get no. It's a you get the sirloin. You go one step down. Get the sirloin. It's definitely under $20, and I bet you can get 3 sides
Yes.
with that as well. I love cheddar so much, and they'll
Yes.
put the little onion crispies on
Never
top of
been
your
there.
steak. Girl,
Okay, Roula Ryan Show Christmas party. I
and
guess I got
it's right there.
There we go.
It is less than a mile away.
We'll get a family bundle, guys. We get some grilled salmon bundle
No.
for $30.
Fish loaf. You get some
Fish loaf? I like
Fish
it.
loaf. Okay, well, Jasmine, you didn't really give us a number there.
Hey,
but
how'd the date? Are you going on another date with them? Or
Yeah, please tell me you're seeing him again.
I will probably see him this weekend.
And are you going to
So
offer
we'll
to
have
pay?
Maybe. I'll see.
Okay.
Did you guys have chemistry? Do you feel like it, or have you kissed or
We do
anything? Or
have
is it,
chemistry, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You're feeling-
We do have chemistry with kids.
All right. Well, Jasmine, let us know.
Good
To
luck.
be continued,
This guy's gonna
Jasmine.
be in the poorhouse.
Jasmine and the Cheddar's guy. He doesn't have enough cheddar, but he takes her to eat there. Jasmine, thank you, sweetie. Take care.
Yeah, I've been
By
there,
the way,
man.
Thank you.
you know how many texters are annoyed with the last two calls have not given the amount of money? They go, oh, please. Cheddars, that's on also the list. I'm not getting out of the car.
Oh,
man, that's what I said.
Come on.
This person said, nope, no ma'am, all in caps. Like, oh, come on.
What's the national average?
The national average is $196. Eli's on the line saying that's not the number. Hi, Eli. Good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Good.
We're asking the question for those just tuning in: what a good date should cost you in Houston, Texas. The national average says it's about $196 on
$200
average, so $200. What do you think, Eli?
Honestly, I think that sounds about right. I said $150, but $200 sounds about right after like the haircut. You know what I mean? On Friday, you got to get it before you go on that date. You know?
Also, she'd be ordering
I do get that.
goose and that Moscow Mule. Girl, just get a well. You don't need a special vodka for that drink.
Yeah, when it's mixed up in there, you
No.
can't taste it anyway. Who
Right?
cares?
Or go during happy hour.
Yeah.
Rookies.
But I mean, most dates are usually on the weekend, so
Oh, there's no happy
you end up-
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
that's
happy
true.
hours,
Ooh.
and after eating out, probably you end up spending about $100 on just both of y'all, and then if you want to go out for drinks, that's probably where you're gonna spend another $80 or $50 at minimum. There,
Plus,
you know?
if you're Ubering, if you're drinking, you Uber, and then you got to
Yeah.
go do an
And each
activity or
drink is
something.
like, what,
Uber,
$15
you're
or
drinking.
so? I mean, these drinks are
I think
expensive, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to spend that money on a girl that, like, how do you mean to spend that much money on a girl? Do you talk to her for a few weeks, know her for a while?
If I'm willing to spend a date on her, I'm willing to spend the money. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't talk to her if I wasn't willing to spend that type of money on her. You know?
So, I mean, Eli, that could get really expensive if you're like, there's a new girl. Let's say you meet 3 girls a month. You're out on average $150 every time. Does it make you take a step back? Like, okay, hold up. I don't really know if I like this girl this much. Like, what's a lesser date for you? Would you? Because we were talking about how some dates you don't even get dinner anymore because we want to kind of feel it out. Like, what is?
Which would be good for your wallet.
Yeah, it would be good for your wallet.
You're saying if I want to just feel out a girl on maybe if I want to spend that much money on her? Is that
Yeah,
what
or you're thinking you're not going to go all in because you're realizing,
You
wow,
just
this
don't
is
know
really
yet.
expensive, and I really like this girl, but I don't know if she's going to reciprocate her attraction to me. Why don't I just kind of test it out first? Would you offer to take her for maybe
Just
gelato or
drinks?
something and a
Yeah.
coffee?
Plus, that's a good
Or
test
what
that
are
they're
you
not
doing?
using
I
you
mean,
for a meal.
a coffee sounds good, but even a coffee at this point costs probably about $40 for both of y'all. I mean, but
Yeah.
my thing is, if I'm not willing to spend the money on her, I'm probably not going to take her out on a date.
True. Okay,
That's
yeah.
just my
You like her
mentality.
enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
All right, Eli, I like it. $150.
What's your activity
What's
you like to do
average?
besides drink? Do you like taking?
Besides drink, I like dancing. I like dancing and maybe some bowling. Bowling sounds good.
Bowling is
fine.
that. You know what bowling is, Eli? Bowling is the secret way for each party to check out each other's
Booty checks.
booties.
That's what I'm saying. You know?
Yeah.